Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. First and foremost, I congratulate all of you on the auspicious occasion which is upon us, and that is the Walada, or the birthday of Fatimah Zahra Salamullah Alayha. One example of the life of Fatimah Zahra Salamullah Alayha, she, as many of the Ahlul Bayt alayhim salatu wasalam, wore a ring, which was perhaps an aqiq, and upon this aqiq she had inscribed Ana min al-mutawakkilin, and that writing, that engraving upon the ring, was simply a reminder. And so what was the reminder that Fatimah Zahra Salamullah Alayha that she set for herself? That reminder was that she is among those who trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is a very important reminder, especially seeing that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran, He mentions this as a quality of the believer. He says, وَعَلَى اللَّهِ فَيَتَوَكَّلِ الْمُؤْمِنُونَ, that it is the believer who relies upon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who trusts in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And He repeats this 6 times in the Quran, twice in Surah Al Imran, and then once in Surah Ma'idah, Surah Tawbah, Surah Mujadila, and Taghabun. So this quality of relying upon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it is one which will ensure or help us through any difficulties. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He points out in the Quran in several places where if a person is having difficulties, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who will take you out of those difficulties. So much so that our ulama also, they've made this statement. So they say that tawakkul and relying upon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is half of our deen. The other half is inaba. And inaba means to delegate. You have someone else to act on your behalf. And so in explanation of that, tawakkul is to seek help and to attach yourself to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that inaba, or that delegation, is through our ibadah. So meaning that, yes, we rely upon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we seek help from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in our connection to Him, in our ibadah itself. But then at that point, then we trust in that ibadah. We actually perform that ibadah with the hopes that it will strengthen our connection to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, strengthen our reliance upon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Some of the advice that we have from the ulama with regards to tawakkul and how we strengthen our trust and reliance upon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they say first and foremost we must increase our ma'rifah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Don't just suffice with simple understanding of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but increase our ma'rifah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Secondly, we must understand the causes of all things. And this is, so whenever we're in any difficulty, we know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He's perhaps placed us or has given us this test, this challenge that is before us, and it is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who will also aid us and help us and assist us to come out of that test. The third thing is ikhlasul qalb fi tawheed, and to sincerely attach ourselves to tawheed, the oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Do not follow our own selves. For example, that when we're making our choices between an action, follow that which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala He requires from us rather than what our own desires are. Also relying upon i'timad al-qalb ala Allah, and again also connecting our hearts to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The fifth thing is husn dhan billah, to think well of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to think all the best of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And unfortunately, it seems like something that's simple, but at times some people they question. I've had people in the last few months, they were asking, oh, well, why has Allah did this to me? Why did Allah challenge me with this? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is only going to test you with that which you are able to succeed in. And therefore, that reminder of Fatimah Zahra, Ana min al-mutawakkilin, whatever it is, I will rely upon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, rather than to question that, well, why have I been tasked with this? The sixth thing is to submit wholeheartedly to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the seventh thing is to place your affairs in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. At-tafweed al-amr, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, وَأُفَوِّضُ أَمْرِي إِلَى اللَّهِ إِنَّ اللَّهَ بَصِيرٌ بِالْعِبَادِ. So, as the believer says that I have placed all my affairs in the hands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He sees our state, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will come to our aid.